Alright, hello and welcome. Welcome back to Bloodborne for Beginners. I'm Stephen H., your guide through this land of Yharnam, and today we are going to be going through Old Yharnam. Once again, like I said in the previous episode, Old Yharnam is a completely optional area of the game. You don't have to go there. In fact, I have already bought the Hunter Chief emblem from the Bath Messengers in the Dream. It's the same place where you buy blood vials, only you tab over to key items. I've already bought it for 10,000 blood echoes. I'm going through Old Yharnam to show you guys, and because I just kind of like Old Yharnam. I guess I'm a masochist that way. Alrighty, so here we go. This town is long abandoned. Hunters are not wanted here. But I'm gonna open it anyway. The note is so old, it is so brittle that it just kinda splits down the middle with the anyway. I'm sorry. Hunter, didn't you see the warning?
Turn back at once. Old Yharnam,
Where is he?
abandoned by men, is now home only to beasts.
No, that's the wrong button.
No harm to those alive. Turn back, for the hunter.
Alright, let's see if I can show you who is talking. He's over there. He's right on the top of the clock tower right there. And he has a Gatling gun. So that's fun. He's gonna shoot at me later on. His name is Jura. He is a friend of the beasts. Used to be a hunter, but he renounced his vows. Alrighty, so first things first, there's going to be a guy who comes over this hill. This is an enemy type that you've never seen before. They move a little bit faster, and they actually dodge your attacks. They're a little bit smarter than the enemies you faced up until now, but not by much. They shouldn't give you any trouble if you've gotten this far. Alright, so I'm gonna go down here. There's a little crystal lizard guy. I don't know their actual names, so I'm gonna call them the crystal lizards. There we go. Because crystal lizards are the names of the equivalent enemies in Dark Souls. Okay, so we've dropped down. Oh, I missed that. Oh well. So we've dropped down here, and we are going to say hi to some spoopy men. All right, so these are a different type of enemy altogether. They are similar to the beast that I just fought, only they're a little bit bigger, and they have, as you can see, blankets over their heads. And these ones, if I get hit by them, are actually going to deal me slow poison damage. And once that gauge reaches full, I'm going to be poisoned. That's going to be really annoying later on because I'm going to deal with a lot of them. So you need to be aware that they do deal you poison damage, so that you don't let yourself like run into the midst of them, because you'll get poisoned and it will not be a fun time. Alright, so the weapon that I just picked up is the Hunter's Torch. It's similar to the torch, only as you can see it deals about twice as much damage, and it has B scaling with arcane. This weapon, whether you choose to stay with the regular torch or choose to use the Hunter's Torch, it's going to be very useful for this stage, and you will see why in a little bit. But first, another of Yharnam's classic overly long ladders. Okay. Do I want to go back down? No, I'll get that later. It's not that important. Okay, so we crossed this bridge. Okay, So, one of the things about Old Yharnam is that there are people who jump out at you a lot. Okay, so when you're crossing this bridge, you need to be aware that there is, so directly under that thing that's hanging down from that building right there. Oh, hello. Come on. Okay. Okay, sir. You need to get wrecked. Okay. So, behind that pillar of smoke, behind the left-hand pillar of smoke, behind the right-hand pillar of smoke, and directly in front of me, you can see him crouching there. There are going to be 3 beasts who pop out at me. And actually, I think the guy who was behind the other pillar is over to, yeah, he's over here. Here he is. So, I mean, you can rush in if you have the Hunter's Torch or the regular torch. Oh, and that's why I said that the torch was going to be important, is because the beasts are afraid of fire. Oh my gosh, you need to stop. Yeah, so as I just demonstrated, look out for their kind of shoulder rush, shoulder charge attack. It doesn't deal very much damage, but it will keep you from attacking, which is a little annoying. Alright, so down here, this is the first area where Jura starts firing upon you. And he starts firing at about... You're a skilled hunter. Alright, that's nice, Jura. Thanks. Shut up. So, he's gonna... Okay, well, first of all, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to bait them up these steps here, because the beasts are hiding all around in this kind of rooftop area, and you... Hold on. Quit it. So the beasts are going to be hiding all around in this rooftop area, and do you see how that... Okay, do you see how this pillar right here, that little burning beast, is about halfway between... It divides the rooftop in half, right? Okay, so if I walk past this pillar, Jura is gonna start shooting at me.
Which is why I must stop you.
Yeah, I know. Come on. Alright. So, you really do not want to rush into this, ow, part, because you'll have beasts all around you, and Jura is going to be shooting at you like a crazy person. Ow, 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 ow. Don't die, Steven. Don't die, Steven. Okay. Really? Come on, man. Okay. So I'm actually gonna dodge around this building real quick and get a little item. I think it's a bloodstone shard, yeah. Ow, what the heck? I'm not used to him shooting at such a range. I'm only, that's weird for me. I guess they might have changed his range since I last played it. All right, whatever. Okay, so what you're gonna do, you have 3 options. The first is you can run down here, sort of a hard right, and drop down this little break in the fence. You'll get an item, and then you go through this doorway, and there will be a larger beast that you haven't fought before. As you can see, he's much larger than the previous ones, and he also has a different move set. I would say the one attack you need to be aware of is that little grab attack right there, the big old hug, because it will deal slow poison as well as a lot of physical damage. So be aware of that. Okay. Alrighty. So, the second way that you can traverse this particular part of the level is you can go up here, and I'm gonna start from like where it starts. Okay, so after Jura says, it looks like after Jura says, which is why I must stop you, he will actually start firing at you when you walk on these steps here. Will he? No, I guess his bullets chase you on oh, okay, these steps. There it is. So his bullets will chase you onto these steps, but he will actually start shooting at you when you take that second staircase. Alright, so the second way that you can traverse this area, which is a little bit more dangerous because you'll have Jura shooting at you, is you can go down here. And you need to be aware that... No? Oh, he can't. Hey. Okay. Not quite as recommended because you could potentially get shot more easily. And then the third way is if you're standing on those steps back there, the ones where he will start shooting at you, and you just run straight, you will fall off the edge of the building and land over here. Ow, shoot. You'll land at the base of the building. And as you can see, there's a hunter who's patrolling over there. He's one of Jura's friends. And there's also a ladder right there. I am not sure I would recommend just running off the top of the building for starters, just because it bypasses... I mean, it's kind of a secret shortcut, you know. It bypasses a whole building in Old Yharnam, and so, I mean, I guess what I'm saying is that it skips a measurable portion of the stage, and it places you in a place that is that's very dangerous because you have Jura shooting at you and you have that hunter who's trying to kill you. I will say, if you do choose to take that route, then let's see if Jura starts shooting at me. Nope. You can kind of see there's a bridge over yonder that'll take you down to the base of the clock tower. That's where you will want to run. You don't want to hang out down at the base of the building I am currently in, because, like I said before, you'll have Jura shooting at you and that hunter trying to kill you with his saw spear. Alrighty, so we're gonna go through this area, and what I like to do is I like to run in here real quick and then run back out, because there are jars in there which will explode whenever Jura shoots them, and so you don't want to just run in casually because he'll shoot the jars and explode you. Okay, and I think there are 1 or 2 beasts in here. Yeah, there are 2. So I prefer to kind of draw them out, because I don't want them to follow me. There we go. Okay, so now that the 2 beasts are dead, we're gonna go over there. See that little bridge there? That's where we're gonna go. Quick note about this bridge: don't fall off. The first time I ran through the stage, I fell off several times, and it was not a fun time. Die, birds. Die, you birds. Die. Begone, foul beasts. Foul. It's funny because they're birds. Okay, we're done with that. Alright, so you're gonna go into this room. There are gonna be two beasts standing right here. And there's gonna be another one who comes out of that doorway right there. And he's already standing there. Because I was not quiet. But what you can do is if you walk in quietly, then you can kill these beasts real quickly and then go and face him alone. And you'll notice that whenever I'm fighting the beasts, they are considerably more docile than they would normally be because they're afraid of the fire. Okay. Alright, sir. You can die. Okay. So ooh, antidote. That's going to be very important later. So another quick recommendation is have antidotes equipped in your hotbar so that you can switch to them whenever you need, because there are a lot of enemies who deal poison damage. And actually the boss of this area also deals poison damage, so be aware of that. So if this is your first time running through Old Yharnam, here's what I would recommend, because this area is kind of similar to the one with all of the one on the rooftop with just past the stairs, in that there are a lot of beasts and Jura is shooting at you. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come over here, aggro all of them, and then you're going to want to run back. That way you can deal with them in the doorway and deal with them without having to deal with Jura. Yeah, shut up. Die. Shut up, you weebs! Oh no! Ow, 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 ow. Okay, so there's slow poisoning. That's fun. But I packed some antidotes, and so we will just be fine. Fire on you. Huh. Okay. Okay, so took care of all those guys. There are also going to be some over to my right, and so I'm going to run. Ow, ow! Stop it, Jura. So I'm gonna run down there, aggro them, and do the exact same thing. Hey guys. Ow. Okay. And this method of attacking this area is a little bit slower. It does take a little bit more time, but it's a lot safer, and you are far less likely to die. Squished him. All right. So I think that's all of them. So I'm gonna run down here, yoink this cold blood dude, and then we're gonna go over here. Hold on, is there a person hanging up there? Hey, there's a person hanging up there. Alrighty. Now that that's over. Okay, so if you want to kill the hunter, and you don't have to, there are two things you can do. First is, you can go up this ladder and kill Jura. He's very difficult to kill, unless you choose to cheese him with it, which is what I always do. Or you can bait him down these steps right here, and his AI, he wants you to come up and to fight him where Jura is, because it's cancer or whatever. Don't do that. Just hang out on these steps and wait for him to run towards you, and then lay a couple hits into him and back up. Because he's not gonna come and fight you in this little landing area. He wants to fight you. Ow! He wants to fight you on the rooftops where Jura can get to you. So here we go. quit it. God damn it. I need to use the light version. Okay. Why did I do that? Ow. I don't like this guy. Alrighty, well, you can choose to fight him like that if you want. It takes a while. Unless you just break him. It takes a while to fight him like that. I'm not gonna. I don't particularly care to. Oh, hello. But I'm gonna go up here and show you how to beat Jura really easily. And if I fail, well, that's unfortunate. Okay, so you need to be ready for a fight the moment you get off of this beautiful Yharnam ladder. Okay, so what you're gonna do, you're gonna lock onto him and you're gonna shoot him. Shoot him once, shoot him twice, shoot him 3 times, shoot him again. Just shoot the crap out of him. But you don't want to stand. You don't want to stand on this ladder. You want to move. You want to get off the ladder, shoot once, move forward, shoot again, and you want to keep moving forward as you're shooting him, because he does move forward, and if you're moving forward and shooting him, he's less likely to dodge. I know that sounds weird, but it's how the AI works. He's more likely to shoot back, throw a Molotov like he did at me, or do whatever. So that's how to cheese Jura, because heaven knows nobody likes fighting him one-on-one. What was I gonna say? Right. If you choose not to kill him, then you can actually enter Old Yharnam from a different way. You can actually enter it from the streets. Currently we're on the rooftops of Old Yharnam. You can choose to enter it from the streets, and he will and he will talk to you if you ascend his clock tower. But of course that's not what we're doing right now. So we're gonna kill this hunter now that we can fight him in an honorable duel. Okay, so now that's done. That was embarrassingly slow. Okay, now that's done. So now we can explore this rooftop here. And there are a couple of goodies that you might want to use. Ow, quit it, you bird. Okay, there are a couple of goodies that you might want to use. First of all, if you go down these steps, there are going to be two guys. Two guys. One's right here. You want to aggro him and bring him up the steps so that so you don't have to deal with both of them at once. And then you're gonna deal with him. The other guy. Cool. Blood vial. That's nice. Yoink. Alright, so none of those guys are dead. I'm gonna show you guys a little secret area that you may not know about. So, if you go here, and you dodge off this ledge, dodge off the ledge again, and then you fall down, you're gonna come to a doorway. This building is full of beasties. You can see there are kind of 3 of them there, and there are several up those stairs. This is important. Do not go for the chest first. It's a trap. You're going to want to go for the beasties first. So, I'm going to aggro those guys. And their aggro range is a little bit more than normal, because they are meant to trap you. Okay, so I'm gonna use this doorway as a choke point, because I really don't want to deal with all of them at once. You may have gathered this already, but choke points are very important when you're dealing with lots of enemies at once. And I'm also using the heavy version of my Hunter's Axe, so that I can deal a whole bunch of damage at once, so I don't have to be using combos to focus on a single enemy. No hugs for you today, sir. Alright. We're gonna... Where'd the rest of them go? I think they went upstairs. I'm gonna go and... Let's see, no, none of them up there. I'm gonna go and kill the rest of them for my own peace of mind before I open that chest. Do 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 do. Hello. Huzzah! Ow! Quit it! Alrighty. Now that we are up here, the red moon hangs low and beasts rule the streets. Are we left no choice than to burn it all to cinders? Alrighty. So, before you exit this house, you can get the Charred Hunter Garb, which has, I think it has some of the highest slow poison resistance in the game, which is very useful when you're fighting the blood-starved beast. Also, we're gonna search this body, and we're gonna get the rifle spear. The rifle spear is kind of hard to use. I personally am not a huge fan of it, but I have seen it used well. And it can deal decent damage. You know, if that's your fighting style, it has it uses a lot of thrust attack, and so you know, most of the enemies in the game are vulnerable to thrust. You know, but it doesn't have very much range as far as combos are concerned, and so it's not too great for PvP. Okay, so we are going. Actually, can you hear that noise? That is the sound of 1,000 enemies in that chapel right there. Through this door, you can go into that chapel. I am not going to do that, because what a smart person does is they ascend this classic Yharnam ladder and they jump down right here. Hup. Now we have to jump on them. You don't jump down right here. You go through here. Now we're in the rafters. And there's a little oil urn right there. Isn't that nice? Well, let's break it. And there you go. It can kill so many of them. And once you're down there, you can actually, if you do it right, you can make them run into it, which is really nice. So we're gonna walk along these rafters and get some of the sweet items. Okay. So I'm actually gonna try and see. Yes. All right. So if you run over here and jump, you can come and grab this item, which is a bloody messenger head bandage. If you want your messengers to look like, I don't know, like somebody axed them in the face, at least more than they already look like somebody axed them in the face, then you can give them the bloody messenger head bandage, using you can give it to the stump messengers. Okay, so we're gonna go down here. There's a lot of fellows. Lots of dudes. So, like I said before, you always want to find a choke point. Although I'm not sure how necessary. Yeah, I'm not actually sure how necessary it is. Basically, even if you don't find a choke point, you still want to kind of single them out as best you can. You want to make sure that you're not having to fight multiple at once, because heaven knows that is the worst case scenario. Alright, did you see that combo that he did right there? Where he, swiped back and forth multiple times? Be sure to dodge that. Don't get hit by it, cause it'll kill you. So now that all of the spoopy boys are gone, nope, one spoopy boy is not gone. Now that all of those guys are gone, I am going to go back upstairs and clear out the enemies that I failed to clear out by taking that little shortcut there. So there's going to be one guy right here. Alright. There he goes. Full disclosure, the hunter's axe is actually not my favorite weapon. I like it because you can use it to like throw people, but it's actually not my favorite weapon. I prefer a more hands-on playstyle. I like the beast claws and the blades of mercy, as well as Shikage. Good old Shikage. Okay. So now that those guys are all dead, we're gonna go down here. We're gonna go down here, and we're gonna exit the chapel. Okay, so now we're outside the chapel. You can go and get an item from the crows, or you can go right, and this is a dead end, so I'm going to show you this one first. So let's just kill all these crows. Die, you fiends! You foul birds! What shameful beasties. Alrighty. Bloodstone shard, as if we didn't already have a million of them. Alrighty. So, we are going to go over here. And before we head down this lane, which will lead us to the rest of Old Yharnam, we are going to search this body for some blood vials, and we're gonna ascend this ladder. I know, I'm so glad we can climb another ladder. Spoiler alert, Bloodborne's just a ladder climbing simulator. Okay, that's done. Do you recognize where we are? We have just opened a nice little shortcut. Isn't that neat? Slide back down this classic Yharnam ladder. And we're gonna go over here. Now, here you should prepare to be jumped again. There are 3 of those bandaged beasties, and each of them is hiding behind. Well, okay, one of them is hiding behind that smoke pillar. One of them is hiding behind that smoke pillar. If we go around here, there's another one hiding over there. You can just barely see him. So I'm gonna not let them take me by surprise. I'm gonna kill him. Huh. Or, you know what I could do? I could just Molotov cocktail him. But I don't really feel like that. Actually, no, I do feel like that. Alrighty. So now that's done. We're gonna move down here. Alright, so these are the streets of Old Yharnam. They are a little bit more difficult because you have to deal with lycanthropes rather than the other enemies you've been fighting. So I'm gonna walk down here and snag this item. So these doors right here, those are going to be the doors that you come through whenever you enter Old Yharnam from the streets. And actually, you have to fight a boss before you can do that. Oh jeez, there's 2 of them. Okay, so we're gonna. I don't like you guys. One thing I don't like about lycanthropes is that they can dodge your Molotovs. Okay, we're gonna run back up the lane here. Because I really don't like dealing with both of them in an enclosed space. One thing that you do need to be aware of, as you just saw, if you go for that item before killing both of the lycanthropes, they're gonna come and ambush you. So don't let that happen. And if you do let that happen, don't let it surprise you. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Okay. So now those guys are dead. We're gonna deal with more of them. Yay. I think there are like 3 more in this area. And we're almost to the boss. So, before I walk down this lane, I'm gonna walk over here. And if you'll notice, there's a guy. He's doing his Spider-Man impression. So what you're gonna want to do, you're gonna want to shoot him. Or that could happen. You're gonna want to shoot him. Oh. Come on. I want to shoot him. There he goes. And now you can deal with them on the ground rather than being ambushed. Alrighty. So, if you didn't know he was there, what would have happened is you would have gone in here, grabbed this beast blood pellet, and you would have walked out to see a friendly boy waiting to greet you. But don't let him surprise you. So, oh yeah, there's another surprise there. Okay, so before we continue, this little building that he jumped out of, you're gonna want to go into it, and you're gonna want to go all the way up to the top. But first, a goodie. Oh yeah, there's also a beast right there who's waiting to ambush you if you get those bloodstone shards. So kill the beast first. So we're gonna open this door. And remember where I said, at least I think I said to remember the place where you dropped down at the beginning of Old Yharnam. Well, guess where we are. Oh my. These ladders are almost as bad as loading screens, I tell ya. Okay. Guess where we are. So, that unlocked the final shortcut to the boss. That's really helpful if we end up struggling on him, and we can also get these nice little bloodstone shards, as if we didn't already have enough. So we're gonna go back down to the streets of Yharnam, streets of Old Yharnam. Oh, but before we do, we gotta go up here and snag these fire papers. Those are gonna be real helpful. Alrighty. Because the blood-starved beast is weak to fire. And so if you throw fire paper, if you put fire paper on your sword, on your weapon, you'll end up doing about 2/3 times, or two-thirds. Hold on, what am I saying? 1.5 to 2 times as much damage as you normally would. Okay, so there's a lycanthrope down there, and down here there's one of those screamy beasties. So we're gonna backstab him. Okay, awesome. And then where's Mr. Lycanthrope? Hello? There he is. Hello. And he's dead now. He jiggles. Anyway, so we're gonna get us some quicksilver bullets and run up here. I can never remember if there's an item. Oh, there's an item. Bold Hunter's Mark. You can always tell when you're getting yourself in over your head whenever the game gives you a Bold Hunter's Mark, because the game's like, okay, well, we know that you're probably gonna die, but so, you know, here's the thing. Alright, so in this area, you could go directly into the chapel, which is where the boss is, or you could come over here and get some juicy items. Just be aware that there are enemies over here that are hiding. So, yeah, it's a good time. It's a real good time. Oh, hello. Do 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 do. I think that's. Ah, no. There's one more thing. More cold blood. Just what you always wanted. Okay. So that is the stage of Old Yharnam. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. Yeah, it's your first time running through, it's going to be pretty difficult. It certainly was for me, especially with all of the ambushes and everything. So, yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and join me in the next episode where I will be covering the Blood-Starved Beast. And if you use your monocular here, you can actually see him. He's just crouching there like a spoopy little boy. Isn't he cute? Anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.